Good evening. Welcome to the City of Groton Mayor and Council meeting for Monday, July 19th, 2021. Clerk Peters, please call the roll.
Present, we have Mayor Keith Hedrick, Deputy Mayor Guinevere Depot via Zoom, Councilor Rashad Carter, Councilor Paul Norris, Councilor Christine Piazza, Councilor Stephen Sheffield, and Clerk Megan Peters.
We stand and salute. Council meeting minutes.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Seeing, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Communications and reports. Councilor Norris.
I have nothing at this point in time.
Okay. Councilor Sheffield.
Yes, first I'd like to, and I forgot to, as far as recognition, but I'll make an announcement. I got an email from Kevin Sini from Groton Utilities, from the water treatment plant. He gave us a recognition for Kelsey Reeves, who has just achieved her doctorate in environmental engineering at the University of Colorado at Boulder. She had interned here at in Groton for the utilities as far as the water treatment waste, I guess the waste treatment facility, and she's done great work. She has studied abroad in Africa, dealing with water treatment there, and so she's on her way to unbelievable success, and congratulations to her, her family, and hopefully she comes back here and gives us some pointers on environmental issues here. So I'm sure she's out there at ground zero out west with all the problems they're having out there, so they're probably fortunate to have her. So, and secondly, attended the race and equity seminar with CCM and the National League of Cities last Friday, and there were some breakout sessions regarding having diversity within government here in the state of Connecticut, and we mentioned the difficulties that many communities have with lack of people of color in their towns, to where it's difficult for them to diversify and have racial equity. We're fortunate here in the city of Groton that we have achieved those goals in many ways, as far as our police departments and so forth, and here on the council, and so we hope to keep moving forward in that direction. And I think that's all for me.
Okay. Thank you. Councilor Piazza.
Thank you, Mayor Hedrick. On the 12th, I did come to our committee meeting for Group 2, and we had some great discussion in reference to some of the agendas on our committees. On the 13th, I, via phone, for Congressman Joe Courtney's 4th telephone town hall of 2021. There was over 10,000 callers, and I was in on that one. And a lot of great topics were discussed. On the 14th, I attended the TCC RTM Board of Ed Liaison Committee meeting and listened to the discussion of that, shared just a few things in reference to Groton City. And on the 15th, I was honored to get a tour of the municipal building, meet a lot of great people that work here, and everybody, as far as I'm concerned. And I was given the tour by Mayor Hedrick, and I appreciated his time, and also got to tour around Groton City and some of the fire departments, so that was great to attend also. And thank you.
Okay, Councilor Carter.
I guess, well, just a little report. It goes more towards the recognition. And you just reminded me. I was invited to, but could not attend. Chief Brian Wright's swearing in the city of New London. He's the first chief of color, and I think that shows what, to piggyback on what you're saying, as far as diversity goes with policing, especially in southeastern Connecticut. And I know our Groton City, our PD is, we're right there. Nothing's different with us. So congratulations on that. Other than that, nothing else to report.
Okay, thank you. Deputy Mayor Depot.
Nothing to report.
Okay, thank you. All right, let me update you on a couple things. On July 13th, I had the opportunity to welcome participants to the STEPS Summer Leadership College/Career Enrichment Program at UConn Avery Point. More information on this program can be found on the STEPS Incorporated Facebook page, but these are probably about 15 young women that were touring colleges. They had toured Mitchell College, they toured UConn Avery Point that day. Last Friday, they were on a bus and they went up to URI to tour that campus. So they're trying to give these women exposure to different colleges to encourage them to go down that path. The mobile food pantry is on Friday, the 23rd, this Friday at 12:30. From 12:30 to 2:30 at St. John's Christian Church. So if you need food or are food insecure, we will be giving out boxes of food then. That's from 12:30 to 2:30 on Friday at St. John's Christian Church. Council, if you are available and are interested in helping out, we could always use your help. Other upcoming dates are Friday, August 27th and Friday, September 24th. We'll be distributing free food boxes. All are welcome. No registration is required. If you are interested in volunteering or would like a box delivered in the city, please contact Jill Rusk at ruskj@cityofgroton-ct.gov or at 860-446-4103. City of Groton Farmers Market runs every Tuesday from 3 to 6 at Washington Park. Tomorrow will be the third week that we have the farmers market for this year. We now accept SNAP benefits at the farmers market. That's something we worked on during the COVID pandemic. Was able to get the SNAP benefits through the state. So now we can do that. That gives us, that's a tremendous benefit and option that we can now use. Concerts in the park are held on Fridays at Washington Park, starting at 6:30 p.m. I'll take this opportunity now to address this, and it'll also be addressed at the next concert. There is no smoking in the park of anything, no tobacco products, no vaping, and although cannabis is legal in Connecticut, no smoking in our parks. So you'll hear that again at the concerts. City Day is going to be held on Friday, August 6th from 5 to 9 p.m. at Washington Park, and we are going to expand that a little bit this year. There'll be some new events, new things that we're going to do, and we're going to spread it out a little bit. Eastern Point Beach is open for the summer season. We hope you're able to enjoy the beach and the concession stand. Beach passes are on sale at the Municipal Building Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4. City of Groton residents are able to enter the beach for free after 5 o'clock. I know last week there were a couple days that the beach was shut down. What happens is Ledge Light goes to the surrounding beaches, samples the waters every Monday, and they're looking for bad bacteria, and if they find it, then they shut the beach down until they get a good sample. The storm stirred up the bacteria, and then that's why our beach had to be shut down for a couple days. But so was Ocean Beach, Rocky Neck and some other beaches. They were also shut down. Groton Heights Open House Day is Saturday, August 7th, the day after the Groton City Day. The commemoration of the 240th anniversary of the Battle of Fort Griswold will be held at Fort Griswold on September 4th and 5th. Groton Utilities and the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce present the Groton City Brew Run on Sunday, September 12th at Eastern Point Beach. It's run a 5K race. Enjoy the beer fest featuring local breweries, dance to live music from the band Whiskey, Wine, and Coke, and sample treats from a variety of on-site food trucks. Public Works is continuing to work on sidewalks and catch basin repair and replacement on Mitchell Street and line painting striping throughout the city. Join the pedestrian and bicycle working group on July 21st from 4 to 5 p.m. at the City Groton Municipal Building to discuss improving pedestrian and cyclist connections in the city. Join the Thames Street Planning Working Group on July 28th from 5 to 6 p.m. at the City Municipal Building to discuss planning along Thames Street. And then the second Community Resiliency Plan Workshop will be held virtually on Thursday, August 12th from 6 to 7. The City of Groton is developing a community resiliency plan to respond to the long-range impacts of climate change, such as sea level rise and increased storm frequencies and intensities. Registration is required. A lot of this information can be found in the City of Groton online bi-weekly newsletter. You can sign up to receive a newsletter on the City of Groton website. And on 7/29, 2021, this year, at 1 o'clock, we will have the Peruvian flag raising here at the Municipal Building commemorating the 200th anniversary of Peruvian independence. So that's all that I have to report. Okay, committee referrals. Are there any committee referrals? Okay, hearing none, we'll move to new business. Councilor Norris.
Resolution R21-7-126, therefore may be resolved that the mayor and council accept and approve a contract with Beta Group Incorporated, 1010 Weathersfield Avenue, Suite 305, Hartford, Connecticut, for construction administration and construction inspection services of the Pequannock Road reconstruction project at a cost not to exceed $266,431.20 to be paid from the local transportation capital improvement program. I so move.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. This is new to the council. This just came up. We have discussed that we're going to be doing a full depth reclamation on Pequannock Road, and it was impacted during the COVID. We were going to start last year, but now we're getting to that, and that's why I've asked Heidi Camo, who's the project manager from Public Works, to come in and give us a brief. Heidi, could you come in and brief the council? So that's why, and we're trying to move this quickly. That's why we're instead of going to the committee of the whole and then coming to a council meeting, we're bringing it straight to the council meeting. I try not to do that unless there's a sense of urgency in the process. So Heidi, if you could hit your button. Okay.
So what we have before you tonight for action is the proposal for the construction administration and construction inspection services for the project. We've been working on this project probably about 2 to 2.5 years now. We have finally jumped all of our hurdles and got all of our authorizations through the state DOT, and we have been awarded the funds for the project. We did just close out the bid process for the contractor for the construction portion about 2 weeks ago. We did receive 4 bids. Those bids are currently being vetted by our engineering staff. And once those bids have been vetted and approved by DOT, we will be coming back to the council for the approval on the construction portion of that project. Why we're bringing this proposal to you right now is because we want to be able to have the admin and inspection person locked in and ready to go once the project has been approved by the council and we're ready to award the contract to the construction company. What that person will be doing is, for For the most part, they will be on-site at the project. We, the city staff, will be overseeing them, but they will be on-site. They are the folks who are the experts in material testing, and they'll be responsible for the day-to-day communications with the contractor on the job. And if you're not completely aware of what the project is, it's a full reconstruction of Pequannock Road from Five Corners, including Five Corners, all the way down. We stopped just shy of the intersection at Old Farm Road and Rainville Avenue. It will include not only reconstruction of the roadway, but new sidewalks, new signage, and anything else that goes along with that.
And during this process all along, we've been, or not we, but Heidi and her team have been keeping the residents and the businesses informed of the schedule, and we're gonna work with the businesses as much as possible to minimize any downtime or potential negative impact to them during this construction period. But this service here, this is for the administration and inspection services. So we have to have somebody to make sure that the construction is being performed correctly. Are there any questions from the council? Councilor Sheffield?
How long will the process of the inspection go through? What's the timetable as far as?
So as of right now, the timeline for the project itself has been written as 200 days, 200 calendar days. There will most likely be a winter shutdown sometime in mid-November. You know, we'll work those details out with the contractor once they're on board as to which portion of the project they want to start first. But we would anticipate a shutdown sometime mid-November, and then coming back in mid-March to finish up.
Councilor Carter?
Yeah, I do remember when this was first presented to the previous council, or was it the council before that? Was it? It's well, yeah. And I remember a couple of the things that were brought up is one were the businesses and the residents, but another thing was the schools with the bus routes. You know, do you know if we've been talking to, or are we going to be in cahoots with Groton Public Schools so we can
Yep.
coordinate? Yeah.
Yep, we have not yet, just because we don't have that timeline, and I don't like to do the start-stop thing. So once we actually have a timeline set in place, we will absolutely have that conversation. We did that when we did the retaining wall down on Thames Street. We actually spoke to the Board of Education, to the schools themselves, and also the bus company.
Yeah, cool.
Councilor Norris, or Councilor Norris, then I'll go to Councilor Piazza. Councilor
question.
Norris?
The selection of the company that will actually do the construction will be determined by city staff or Beta?
It will be a combination. So how the process works, because this is a state grant. So right now, Beta, the engineering firm, is vetting all of the bids that we received. Sometime this week, I was actually hoping to have it today, but sometime this week, we're expecting to have their letter of recommendation that the four bidders met all of the qualifications and their bids are reasonable. So once they've provided us with that bid tabulation, with them, we'll decide which names we want to send forward to the DOT. Ultimately, DOT has final say on who, well, you, the council, have final say, but DOT will tell us who's appropriate to bring to you.
Thank you.
You know, DOT's funding this to the tune of about 2.3, 2.5, 2.3 million, is that right? Rope?
Depends on the bids.
Well, it does, you're
Yeah,
right. It
yeah,
depends.
actually, the bids differed by about $1 million from high to low.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then
They were
I have
all
no
over
idea.
200.
I
They
have
were
no
over
idea
2.
then. But, any other, Councilor Piazza?
Thank you, Mayor Hedrick, and thank you, Heidi. So most of my questions were answered. These are probably just simple ones. So I read through the beta information that we received, and so in part of it was saying the owner will basically have office space here at Meridian Street, and so I'm assuming what I got from this specifically, it seemed like this gentleman who wrote to you would be the person here at the office. Is that who the gentleman would be?
So actually, the person that they are recommending to be our inspector is Justin Lupinacci.
Yes.
If I've said that correctly. So he is a gentleman that works for Beta. He will be the inspector. He will
Okay.
be on the job more than he'll be here. What they like for these folks to have is a place where they can come, make any phone calls that they need to do any administrative paperwork, and then most likely we will set them up with a filing cabinet so they have a place to store their records, because it is record intensive.
Yeah.
So when they talk about office space, that's really what they're talking about.
Right, thank you. So my other question was in reference to that with the records and so forth. It does say on item 10 here, the records for this project will be kept in accordance with the Connecticut DOT Construction Municipality Manual. And it was saying, which I thought was great, but it said it's going to be kept in such a way that a person not familiar with the project could understand what happened and what the conditions were. Who would actually have access to these records?
So for the interim, it would be the inspector, it would be myself, and probably the director and the supervisor in Public Works.
Thank you.
Yep.
And in the past, we've also provided Wi-Fi access in case they needed connectivity. So,
Right, we have had some projects where it was appropriate to have a construction trailer on site. Just because of logistics, it's very difficult to provide that. So again, this person will mostly be working out of their vehicle. It's something that they're very used to. And we'll just provide him with a space to do whatever administrative work he needs to do.
Thanks,
okay, any other questions on this resolution? Okay, hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, abstentions, motion carries. Counselor Sheffield.
Resolution R-21-7-127, therefore be it resolved in accordance with the provisions of Connecticut General Statutes, Section 7-474B, the mayor and council hereby approve the agreement, and that the mayor is hereby authorized and directed to execute said agreement on behalf of the city of Groton. I so move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. This was discussed at the last meeting. Are there any questions or comments on this resolution? Okay, hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Okay, I need a motion to adjourn.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we are opposed, abstentions. Motion carries, we are adjourned. Thank you, council, for coming out. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Linda. And thank you for the audience for coming out. Thank you, Gwen.
Thank
Or
you.
Deputy Mayor Depot, thank you.